Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Aloe Vera. Today's video is extremely close to my heart because it comes from a place in my life where I felt completely lost. Not confused, not tired, not stressed. I mean it when I say I felt lost. Like the ground under me was shaking and I didn't know where to stand anymore. This is the dua that held me when nothing else made sense. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum bi rahmatika astagheeth Aslih li sha'ni kullahu wa la takilni ila nafsi tarfata. It means, O ever living, O sustainer, by your mercy I seek rescue. Rectify all of my affairs and do not leave me to myself even for the blink of an eye. Today, I want to take you deep into this dua, into its meaning, its emotional depth, its psychological power, and the way it rescued me when nothing else did. I'm not speaking as a scholar, I'm not giving a fatwa. I'm speaking as a human being who was drowning silently and found a rope to hold on to. And maybe, just maybe, this becomes the rope you hold too. Let's break it down slowly. Ya Hayyu, you are calling upon the one who is perfect, whose strength is endless, who never tires, never weakens, never disappears, never fades. In moments where you feel lifeless, your heart feels heavy, your mind feels exhausted, you call upon the one who is never exhausted. Ya Qayyum, the one who is holding everything upright, the one who is sustaining every cell, every heart, every moment, every breath. So when your own system feels like it's collapsing on itself, you remember that there is a sustainer beyond you. Then comes the part that breaks the heart. Birahmatika astagheeth. By your mercy, I am asking for rescue. Not by my strength, not by my intelligence, not by my willpower, not by my planner or schedule or productivity or discipline. By your mercy. It is such an intimate confession that your heart cannot move forward without help. And finally, the part that hit me the deepest in my own grief. Aslih li sha'ni kullahu. Fix all my affairs. Not one, not two, not the problem I think is the biggest, not the mistake I feel guilty about, not the pain I am hiding in my chest. No, all of them. The ones I can see and the ones I can't. And then the most emotional ending. وَلَا takilni ila nafsi tarfata. Do not leave me to myself even for the blink of an eye. It's the ultimate emotional surrender, the kind that comes when your heart whispers, I can't carry this alone anymore. Now I want to share something personal, something I haven't said out loud much. A few months back, I went through a kind of grief that I wasn't prepared for. I lost someone. The loss felt unreal at first, like it didn't register in my body, like everything around me was moving. But I was stuck in one frozen moment. You know, when you are in shock and everyone around you is talking, moving, living, and you are just there, breathing but not really alive. That was me. I knew what I had to do in life. I knew my goals. I knew my projects. I knew my purpose. I knew my responsibilities. But it was like knowing without feeling. I knew exactly what work I needed to do, but I had zero strength to do it. I knew the direction, but I couldn't take a step. I knew the path, but I felt blind. There were moments where I looked at my own plans and it felt like they belonged to someone else. Even though I'm studying psychology, even though I understand trauma, even though I know how the mind works, I felt like I knew nothing, nothing at all. My days felt disconnected, my motivation disappeared, my heart felt hollow, my mind felt numb, and somewhere in my subconscious, I was trying to push myself get up, do something, fix yourself, work, produce, move, but I couldn't. No matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't. And then, one night, when the house was quiet and my heart was loud, this dua came to me. It wasn't planned, it wasn't rehearsed, it wasn't something I looked up. It just slipped into my consciousness like a lifeline thrown into deep water. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum bi rahmatika astagheeth. I whispered it once, then again, and for the first time in weeks, my chest softened. Not healed, not fixed, not perfect, just softened. Just enough for breath to enter. It felt like my heart telling Allah, Ya Rab, I don't know how to move. I don't even know what to ask. Just hold me and put me back together. And that was the beginning of my healing. Now, let me talk to you as someone studying psychology. Grief, stress, emotional overwhelm, all of these shut down your executive functioning. Your brain literally stops making decisions clearly. Your energy levels drop, your motivation disappears. This dua works on a psychological level because it removes self blame. You are no longer forcing yourself to fix everything alone. Your mind relaxes because the pressure lifts. Number two, it breaks the cycle of helplessness. You stop believing you are stuck, you start believing there is a way forward. It creates emotional surrender, and surrender is not weakness, it is safety. When the body feels safe, it begins to heal. It reconnects you to meaning. Your heart remembers it's not drifting alone, it's held, guided, sustained. It replaces fear with trust. Fear says, I have to figure it all out. Trust says, I am not alone in this. And that shift itself is healing. You don't need to memorize long duas. You don't need to perfect Arabic. You don't need to perform anything. This dua is a whisper, a moment, a breath. Use it when your heart feels heavy, your grief feels sharp, you wake up lost, or maybe you can't concentrate. You feel like you are failing. You don't know where to start. You feel emotionally numb. You are overwhelmed by choices. You can't decide your next step. You can say it after prayer, before sleeping, while crying, while walking, while sitting on your bed, while lying down in the car, silently in your heart, anytime your soul needs comfort. And don't rush the meaning, let it settle slowly. Ya Hayyu, you are alive, you are here, Ya Qayyum, you are being held, you are sustained. Birahmatika astagheeth. You don't need to save yourself today, you just need to ask. Aslih li sha'ni kullahu. Everything can be fixed, even the parts you haven't seen yet. Wala takilni ila nafsi tarfata. And you don't have to fight alone. Subhanallah. Slowly and very quietly, I started breathing again. My grief didn't disappear, but I stopped drowning in it. My days didn't become perfect, but they became manageable. I didn't become full of energy, but I had enough to take a step. And that's what Allah does. He doesn't always remove the mountain, but He gives you the strength to climb it one small step at a time. This dua didn't erase my pain, but it held my heart while I learned to live with it. And in that process, I found myself again. Not the old version, not the perfect version, just the real one. And sometimes that's more than enough. If you're watching this and you have been feeling lost, disconnected, emotionally tired, or unable to restart your life, I want to tell you something gently. You are not failing, you are healing. You are not slow, you are grieving. You are not lazy, you are overwhelmed. And you don't have to carry every piece of the world alone. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum, hold me for a moment. Your heart is allowed to rest. Your mind is allowed to pause. Your soul is allowed to ask for rescue. And Allah always, always responds to the ones who whispers from a place of exhaustion.